Hello, my dear boys. Once again, welcome to the session on salts we use in our day-to-day life. And the second important point was sodium chloride is the starting material for many other salts. So this was the point of discussion. Under this, the salt satyagraha, NaCl, evaporation, purification, then packing. Second point was sodium hydroxide by the electrolysis of brine. Then third, sodium hydrogen carbonate, again using the sodium chloride. There what you have made in the sodium bicarbonate? First we have took the brine. Brine is the aqueous solution of sodium chloride or sodium chloride in the water. So sodium chloride solution in water is called brine. Okay. So we took the brine and to that we added ammonia, and that we it is called as what? Ammoniacal brine. Okay. Ammoniacal brine or ammoniacal liquor of brine. Then for that we have passed the carbon dioxide gas. So that mixture was called as what? That mixture was called as carbonation of ammoniacal brine. So this was the word we used. Now today we start the salt number 4, washing soda. After the baking soda, now today we start the washing soda. So welcome to the once again today's session on the preparation, properties and uses of washing soda. Washing soda is the common name, whereas its chemical name is sodium carbonate. So it is the molecular diagram for sodium carbonate. Sodium carbonate is Na2CO3. There are two Na and one CO3. Why? Because if you see the valency from the ninth class crisscross method table, Na is +1, CO3 is 2 minus. After the crisscross method, the formula became Na2CO3, and here 2 Na and this is C and these three are O. So it is totally called as what? Na2CO3 orbital picture or the diagram for the sodium carbonate or washing soda. Washing soda is another important chemical obtained from sodium chloride. See, many chemicals from sodium chloride. Okay, sodium chloride is very useful. The chemical name of washing soda is sodium carbonate, Na2CO3. Washing soda is the sodium salt of carbonic acid. Means what? Sodium salt of carbonic acid. What is carbonic acid? H2CO3. So let us recall acid, base and the salt chapter what we are learning. In that acid topic, when acid reacts with base, we get a salt and water. And the formation of salt depends upon the type of the acid and the type of the base you are using. If you are using HCl, hydrochloric acid, salts are chlorides. If we use sulfuric acid, H2SO4, salts are called sulfates. Okay. If we use the carbonic acid, H2CO3, they are called carbonates. But which carbonates? For that, which base we are using? If we are using calcium base, calcium sulfates in the case of sulfuric acid. If we are using the aluminum base, then they are called as aluminum nitrates if it is nitric acid. And if you are using the magnesium base, it is called magnesium chloride if we use hydrochloric acid as the acid. And if it is sodium base, it is called a sodium carbonate for the carbonic acid as the acid. That's why he said by combining sodium base with carbonic acid, salt is called as what? Washing soda, sodium carbonate. Therefore, he said washing soda is the sodium salt of carbonic acid. As its name says, washing soda is used for washing purposes. For all the washing purposes, we use sodium carbonate. Now how it is produced, how it is prepared on the large scale. For this we follow the same method, Solvay process, what we have adopted in the sodium bicarbonate. Okay, how it is done? Only one extra step is there. Remaining all step is same. In Solvay process, first sodium bicarbonate is produced. How? Once again, brine to that ammonia to that carbon dioxide. Okay, what were the products? Ammonium chloride and the sodium bicarbonate. So that is the first step we require. So let's follow that method. Yeah, this is called initial water, ammonia, CO2 together they gave ammonium chloride and the sodium bicarbonate. Now next is what? Next is this NaCO3 is heated to give the into CO3, CO2, H2O. H2O water vapor escapes. CO2 gas escapes. Whatever left is what? Sodium carbonate. Same thing he has told. This sodium bicarbonate on heating gives sodium carbonate. Okay, right. I have, I have forgotten to place the arrow mark. Please place the arrow mark here. Okay, my dear boys. Hey, arrow mark is there. Okay, very good. Sodium carbonate obtained in this solid process is dry. This is dry. So it is called soda ash. Ash is what? It is like a oxide form. Okay. So dry form. That's why because it is a dry, it is called as what? Soda ash. So soda ash is one more name for the sodium carbonate. The Solvay process got its name after Ernest Solvay, who developed this process in 1861. Ernest Solvay was an industrial chemist and belonged to Belgium. So he is a Belgian. Now soda ash and address how to convert dry sodium carbonate into the washing powder. By treating with water, anhydrous sodium carbonate, that is soda ash, is converted into washing soda. Let us see the equation. So this is anhydrous sodium carbonate. To this, if you add water, so depend upon the structure, how much it want it will take. So by adding some samples of water, so in that structure, how much is allowed, that much unit will take. Here it is only 10 water molecules are allowed. So it will absorb 10 water molecules and converts into what? Na2CO3. In this dot indicates into 10H2O. This 10H2O is called as what? Water of crystallization. That means in the crystal of Na2CO3, in the crystal of sodium carbonate, 10 water molecules are there. They are temporary, they are not permanent. And these water molecules can be removed just by heating. So if you heat this Na2CO3, 10H2O, once again you will get back Na2CO3 and 10H2O will come back. So when you heat Na2CO3 with water molecules, it will take 10 water molecules into its structure, and this process is called as what? Water of crystallization, and it converts from sodium carbonate into sodium carbonate decahydrate. Hydrate is water, hydrous, watery. How many watery? 10. So it is called 10 decahydrate. Okay. So this is called washing soda. Only Na2CO3 is not washing soda. Washing soda is what? Washing soda is sodium carbonate with 10 water molecules, because cleaning action is done in the presence of water. Okay, that we learn in the higher class. That needs knowledge of colloidal chapter. Therefore, time being will not go into that. So, cleaning action of sodium carbonate can be achieved only in the presence of what? Water. That's why this is called washing soda, but not this. This is only sodium carbonate. But sodium carbonate with 10 water molecules is called washing soda. Please remember, this is one more question every time you will ask in the examination. Since washing powder contains 10 water molecules, thus is called sodium carbonate decahydrate. Now we'll go further. Some properties, not all, some properties. Sodium carbonate is a crystalline transparent solid. Okay, it is transparent means what? Not like a glass. So it allows some light rays to pass through. That's why it is called transparent, but it is crystalline. Where most of the carbonates are insoluble in water, sodium carbonate is soluble in the water. This is the specialty of sodium carbonate. Okay, and this will give cleaning action in water. Now we'll go to the uses of sodium, because what is our aim? When we prepare any chemical, so we have to use in our day-to-day life, So where exactly we are using? So let us understand the uses of sodium carbonate in our everyday life. One point to remember, sodium carbonate or the washing soda we use for mainly for washing purposes, okay, under the different heading. Sodium carbonate is used as a detergent even today in many rural areas. So for most of the village people, this is a cheap and the best washing agent. Okay. Sodium carbonate is used in making of detergent cake and powder, washing powders, rind cake, surf cake, all those contain sodium carbonate as one of the ingredients. Sodium carbonate is used in removing of permanent hardness of water. Hardness of water is because of what? Because of the salts of calcium and the magnesium. Salts of calcium and the magnesium compounds. Okay, especially chlorides and the sulfates, and those are removed by adding sodium carbonate. So in the higher class we learn exchange of ions will take place. Sodium will go in, calcium will come out. So in this way, calcium is removed. When you remove the calcium content, it becomes soft, because hardness is because of the calcium and the magnesium salts. When the calcium and the magnesium ions are removed by the sodium ion, it is converted into soft water. That means hardness is removed. So that's the meaning of this statement. So sodium carbonate is used in removing the permanent hardness of water. Sodium carbonate is used for making many types of chemicals such as borax, and also one more is there, glass and the paper. So in all these industries, sodium carbonate is used. That means sodium carbonate is one of the most important industrial chemicals. I hope today we understood preparation part, property part, structure part, and the uses part. So in tomorrow discussion, we learn one more salt, so that we slowly conclude the chapter. Thank you, my dear students.